Go with it.
I am kind of disappointed with the Halloween season.
Yeah,
Not our Halloween episode. It was good.
yeah.
There was no haunted houses really.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think those might be a thing of the past.
Yeah, it was like,
I think there were haunted houses.
Where?
hell, I only saw like one advertisement. It was
I
in
didn't see
Tuscaloosa.
Atrox or none of those
No.
being
No, I
advertised.
didn't see anybody say anything about it, or even like normally I see people like posting, like pictures of
Woo,
them
we
being
did
there.
Atrox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing.
Nothing.
Here.
You do have a point there. Maybe that's just it wasn't what people were doing. I don't know.
There was a lot of house parties this year.
People were partying up at the
Partying.
house.
Yeah.
But yeah, you remember the Sunups?
Yeah.
They used to do a haunted house.
Yeah.
I actually was a part of it one year. Most fun I've ever had.
I
Really?
bet. Yeah.
Well,
Did the hayride too?
I was working it. No, I was in like the house section of it, and I had like arguably the best spot because as you're walking the house, I was, right behind the door.
Yeah.
And just
Oh,
you always get them.
yeah, right there. Jump scare.
Always
I was
scaring everybody.
Go.
The jump scare guy.
Yeah, you were 5.
Yep, there you
I
go.
went to one out in Stings. I think it was
Seems you used to have a good one.
Hicks and the Sticks.
Yeah,
They called it.
Whatever happened to that?
And there was a guy in one of those black, like full face black suits,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just standing in a dark shadow. And I can't see in the dark.
Well, I mean, not
And I'm
many
like,
people can.
no,
Yeah.
I can't see at all in the dark. And I'm like dragging my hand down the wall where I don't walk into anything.
He brushed him.
And all of a sudden, I feel this boob, like a man boob. And I start playing with his nipple.
Here.
It's my strong.
Welcome you to Porch Talk. And we are off the big extravaganza tonight.
Yeah.
You ain't getting no quotes. Brother Cobb ain't here. Big Gun, what's up?
Oh man, living the dream. Living the dream.
My man is excited about being back in the field of dreams. His dream.
Yeah.
And Brother Webb, what's up?
What up, guys? Darkness is spreading early. I hate this shit.
We
We were bitching about that earlier
Hey.
about daylight
Hey.
savings time. I thought we got out of it, man. I thought when we went to forward time and it was, bright longer, thought we were done. I thought it was over with.
No.
And then daylight savings time at blah 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 blah.
It's only been like 2 or 3 years in the talking of them like doing away with it altogether.
But I thought we had finally gotten it. I thought it was finally gonna happen.
Hadn't heard anything about it in about a year. So
Yeah.
You never do.
Yeah, you never hear anything about
Until
it.
it happens.
Time
Yeah,
to
it
change.
happens.
And
Yeah.
then you're looking at your cell phone the next morning. You wake up at 5:30 in the
I woke
morning.
up at damn 4 this morning. I was like, why am I wide awake right now at 4 o'clock in the morning? Like,
I went to bed at like, I don't know, 10:30 last night.
Oh,
and
God, so you woke up at 2 this morning.
I woke up at 5.
Woo! It's a great day.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I did everything I could think of around the house. And by 8 o'clock, I was like, well, what do I do now?
take it
Hell,
back.
by 8 o'clock, I took a nap.
Yeah.
Shit. I woke up at 5:30 and was like, fuck, I watched a movie and I'm like, shit, might as well take a nap. So took a nap at 8 a.m.
And I know that they've been talking about it for years, but like with each passing year, like you said, 2 or 3 years now,
Yeah.
I always go back and I'm like, this is the last one.
This is the last time.
Because they always say that when it goes back to daylight savings, and I'm sorry but the computer's having a seizure.
Yeah, if you can hear any beeping.
Yeah, if there's any beeping, maybe it'll zoom in and I'll be back.
My favorite part of the
Hand
episode.
puppet.
But yeah, it's like every year around this time, everyone kind of gets to talking, jiving a little bit about it. And it's got a little blood on here.
Buddy. I mean, it's severed. So, excuse us about the beeping. We're finna try to get that taken care of, maybe. I don't know.
Mm-mm. No.
Oh,
Oh,
magic touch.
maybe.
Maybe not. It'll be all right.
The old Lenovo.
It'd just sound like a really horrible sensor. It's okay.
The old Lenovo crapping out.
Oh man, this is my Lenovo.
I think you got it.
I think yeah, straight
Yeah,
now.
there we go. Oh yeah.
I see you fucked with it.
It's okay.
Everybody hold your breath. So past 2 or 3 years, every time it comes around this way, because they all agreed that they were just going to keep it at daylight savings. Matter of fact, we got a coworker. He's from out west Arizona where they don't do
Yeah,
it.
they don't recognize it.
And we were talking about that yesterday. He brought it up and he was like,
what the hell?
hey, will you tell me a little bit about this like daylight savings? Or we're going back an hour tonight? And I was like, yeah, so like if you go to bed before like 2 a.m, you get an extra hour of sleep. And he's like, that's pretty nice. I was like,
No.
well, then you got to deal with it getting dark at 5 o'clock every day.
Yeah, you go in at 5 and you get off at 5. It is dark the whole
The
time.
whole time.
How's that going to affect you? Like, I mean, you're
I mean, I'm a farmer,
a farmer now.
but we're indoor farming.
So we got artificial light.
It's the LEDs are running the
Yeah.
same no matter what time it is.
Yeah. Okay. I was curious to see like
I
how
thought
that would
it was
work.
going to affect us too, and I'm like, they're like, it ain't going to affect those LEDs at all.
Fair enough. Maybe the heating, or I'm sure you got to keep
well,
that at a certain temperature.
Yeah, you know, you got a range. You don't want it to get too hot. And you don't want it to get too cold.
Got to keep it just right.
About 80 to 85 degrees. 78 to 85 is where you want it to be.
That's not what we had all month. That's been pretty good.
Hey, you ever thought about why Papa's porridge was hot, Mama's porridge was cold, but baby's was just right? You ever thought about why that was?
I mean, that's just the way they liked it, right?
Uh,
Is there a store about it, or are we
Yeah.
getting
Well,
somewhere?
Yeah, you're gonna have to
well,
elaborate.
Are we just getting something? we don't know?
Daddy got his first,
Okay.
then the baby, and it was just right,
Okay.
and then Mama ate last.
Yeah, okay, it makes sense. That makes sense. I
Mama
see.
ate last.
see.
That's right.
That's what happens.
But when you start going into the long bed, short bed, wide bed, like I lose it with that. But that I get it.
It's just their size, you know. it's
Yeah.
just-
Well, look at that, I'm
That
solving
makes-
every
that
kind
makes
of problem I
sense.
can think of. I have news for all of you who would like to make $5,000, maybe 10,
Oh, maybe 10.
if you're a group.
Huh?
Probably the most popular Halloween costume of this season. You would go as Raygun, the Australian breakdancer from the Olympics. And well, she has become quite the cultural icon, and she's tired of all the hate. And so she put out a video of she's been practicing, John,
Okay.
and she's improved.
She's doing better.
She can wobble on her head a little bit.
Doing some
But,
1980s
she's like-
breakdancing now.
So you think that you could do better? $5,000. Send a video. Go to hashtag Raygun Challenge. There's a whole website. It'll lead you there. Check it out. Get in the game. I would like to see somebody that listens to this show win.
That would be cool. That would be awesome.
But wouldn't it be crazy if the
The
Jabberwockies?
Jabberwockies they gonna tear it down. I'm like, all right.
So you got to be careful with anyone.
Yeah, anyone. Yeah, I mean, fucking Usher can get up there and I don't know.
So yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
that's not
I was like, what?
What about JoJo Siwa? Did you get some updates on her?
She is getting heat for her dance that she's trying to make viral.
Which one?
The karma where she's just stomping.
Is she out
My
of the
favorite one.
Is she out of the Lost and Found?
Yeah, she's been
Oh,
found.
okay.
Apparently, they're just not talking about that anymore.
Wow, they're like, oh, we're gonna push out the run.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
don't
something.
talk about that anymore.
All right.
If you think I'm gonna forget about JoJo Siwa,
Never.
You forget it.
Never gonna forget.
I still think about Amanda Bynes.
Oh wow,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
got she just did something, whatever. I don't know what the hell it was. I didn't see it. I just saw she was like very excited about
She
it.
had a little blimp on the radar there.
Yeah, she popped up out of nowhere. I was like, ugh.
Yeah. You used to be so
Yeah,
hot.
it used to be like,
Oh,
used
we
to
got
be
some
one of my
haters.
favorites. And now I don't even know.
what's going on with
I'm gonna
it.
tell you something. Drugs are a crazy thing.
I don't know,
Maybe Disney?
I think it's Disney. I don't think it's drugs. 'Cause I know a lot of people that do a lot of drugs and they're fine.
Probably would have been better off with drugs, to be honest with you.
Weezer.
Yeah.
We are all on drugs.
Yeah, we
Um,
are on drugs.
I don't know. I'm always a little. I saw recently where like Kate Beckinsale,
Still smoking.
not with this one.
Really? No,
And
that's not
and
me.
it, but like she was, it was for some like Met Gala kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And the dress that she was wearing, it was like a very strange,
Oh, yeah. Very odd shaped.
and you could tell she did not look happy wearing it.
Yeah.
That was what she was wearing.
Here we are.
Her displeasure.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, every now and then you'll see somebody pop up, and you'll either be like, "Not bad," or
Not bad.
"What happened?"
Yeah. No, that'll do it.
Like Alicia Silverstone, still hot.
Uh-huh.
Who's
Just,
that?
just an older version.
Alicia Silverstone, you don't know that?
Clueless?
Clueless?
Oh, I do know.
Still
Ba-
hot.
The babysitter?
She
Like
used to
babysitter,
own
the
it.
Crush. That was it. Crush.
Right?
That was
No,
Crush.
she was in the babysitter too. Yeah. That was her.
Oh, yeah. Well, was she like the mom or something?
No, she was the babysitter.
No.
One time, yeah.
There you go. You caught
Yeah,
up
it-
on JoJo Siwa.
Easy.
We love you if you're out there. I'm gonna start making shorts of our JoJo Siwas in hopes.
Just the JoJo.
Yeah, maybe we can get her to call in sometime.
Yeah.
Give
Oh,
us a
that'd be
live
cool.
update.
It was live. I'm fine. Beyonce was just teaching me to dance.
JoJo, you don't need any help from her.
No.
You're doing it just the way you are.
Maybe
We're big fans down here.
maybe we can get her to just put Porch Talk sticker on the forehead. That'd be great.
We'd
That would
love
be
it.
good. Get her to get a porch talk tattoo.
Well, I was gonna get her like a stomp box,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
and she could stomp the logo.
There you go.
Yeah.
Stop it down
Yes.
in there.
It works.
Sell merch.
Yeah, the official Porch Talk stomp box.
And Haley Welch, she has stretched her 15 minutes of fame to a 45-minute of fame.
Yeah, she's
I don't think she's going anywhere, bro.
she's
Dude, her
still out there.
podcast kicking ass apparently.
Still out there.
Oh, I did see something because I saw you know the Rizzler, the little guy that hangs
Yeah.
around with the
Yeah.
double chocolate cookie. That guy, and Big Justice. But I saw that someone had memed the Rizzler on her podcast,
Yeah.
and that's probably going to happen now. They went on Jimmy Fallon, those three,
Mm-hmm.
and you could tell that Jimmy was not a fan of the boom meter. Like every time they were going, boo, he felt like we all feel.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have been going to MSG, like they're hooping with the Knicks. They're going to all the major league events, getting put up on the Jumbotron. TikTok, if you ever wanted to make it, that's where you do it.
That's where you find figure it out.
Because I mean, I know a lot of musicians that somebody heard their song, and like there's a guy just outside of Tupelo, like possibly the first song that he had ever written, and it was, think Dirt Road Country. It got picked up by a show on the Hunt and Fishing Channel, and now he tours the country, and he played. He just was invited to an award ceremony, and if you'd have talked to him about that a year and a half ago, he was only playing his guitar at his house, which was what he was doing when he made the video, and it just caught
Blew
fire.
up. Yep. That's what happens.
So maybe I should have been on TikTok.
Just never know how. That's how fucking like Justin Bieber got like found or whatever. It was like some damn weird video. And
Like a vine or
yeah,
something.
something. And then he was just like,
Diddy found
it's like, look at
him,
this little girl. And Diddy definitely found him.
and I feel very bad for Bieber.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, that's going to be your Epstein files. Never going to get any answers on that.
No,
No, they'll probably suicide him before long.
Oh, what him and Epstein just end up on the same island somewhere and just live happily ever after while everybody thinks they passed on, and they probably just keep doing it.
Yeah. Maxwell, she's still alive, right? She didn't get suicided.
Apparently, he's still in jail. Yeah,
Yeah. As far as we know.
never gets brought up. I don't know.
Never. I don't ever hear anything about her.
I thought it was Rikers Island, but no, it's not. I don't know where it is.
It's the celebrity jail in California.
Oh, I thought they had her holed up in New York. Well, there you go. Yeah, that's
LA County is like the
and
celebrity
they've
jail.
and it just how far down the rabbit hole or conspiracy that you want to go, but my my buddy Zach was telling me this yesterday, and my brother worked at Walmart, so I could debunk this quickly. We could probably call my brother right now. But he was like, "Have you ever paid attention to like how every Walmart parking lot is exactly the same in the way that they build the sewers?" He's like, "Where the manhole is and how all that's designed." And he's like, "And then if you'll pay attention to how the freight trucks come in." I was like, "Yeah, they go to the docking around the side of the back. That's where the trucks go." He's like, "Not if the truck is from China." I was like,
How the hell does a truck from China come in?
that's what I had a lot of questions. It was easy to poke holes in this, but apparently this truck from China, they back it up to that sewer drain right there in the middle of the lot. They block it off, unload the truck, and it gets lowered down into the sewer. He believes that there are tunnels that connect every Walmart.
That is fucking insane. I mean, I believe some crazy shit. That is fucking weird.
I don't.
I didn't know.
No,
I love it. I was like, "Oh, tell me more. Tell me more."
There's no way that Walmart is
No.
that.
ain't no way.
I mean, if they are connected like that, that's fucking awesome.
Well, they ain't. I mean, if fuck, they ain't never shit here. They can't get it from.
Yeah, we're not getting enough here in Columbus, Walmart.
All right, if you got to tunnel down to somewhere else, well, you can shell it on over.
Yeah, just send us some
Hey.
shit. Why is the iced coffee always sold out everywhere?
You having problems with your coffee?
Man,
Can't
I,
get no
you know,
iced
I get the quart or the half gallons now.
Oh, you've up the game.
Yeah, no, I get the big ones and I, fill up a cup and that shit. That's how I get my coffee now. The brand I always buy is almost always sold out.
You can just make some coffee and put it in the refrigerator.
I don't do that. Mm-mm. No,
I mean-
they pay somebody at a factory to put that in that carton for me.
All right.
Just like peaches come in a can, coffee comes in a half-gallon jug, and it was put there by the
By
man downtown
For me.
for you
Yeah.
and for me.
Just
Peaches,
for me.
coffee.
Peaches for
But
free.
yeah, when someone wants to spin me a tail like that, I will never stop them.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's weird. That's probably one of the most far-fetched things I've heard this week.
But it leads me to like talking about tunnels and things of that nature. And I actually saw this video where someone there's no way they have a job, or maybe their job some of the time is spent on Google Earth. But they were like, "Have you ever looked to see where these celebrity homes, how close they're, like living on the coast, the coastal homes, how close they are to ports, and how probably they get human trafficked into there?" And I was like, "Here we go, the Jesseline P. Diddy thing." Well, like, I don't know. So maybe my Walmart guy is not so far off. Maybe Walmart's into the game. Think about Disney World down in Orlando. They got tunnels down there.
Yeah, they definitely do.
And there are places that even if you work at Disney World and have an all access pass that you can't go.
Did you know that Disney had their own SWAT team?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and same thing with that is like that let's just say, you're walking and there's buildings, some of them you can walk into and buy you some merchandise, or maybe there's a little place where you pop in there and get you a bite to eat. And then there are buildings just kind of part of the set that really aren't accessible. Nobody's in there. So you think
There's people watching you.
there's people in there.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They got their eye on it.
Yeah.
And the things they see me do.
I mean, I watch people real close too, and I'm pretty sneaky about it. I'll just be sitting somewhere and I get to watch people, pick their nose, scratch their butts, and all that kind of shit.
Oh yeah. It's my favorite thing to do. People watch the aquarium.
Uh-huh.
How's that aquarium been, dude?
It was wild. during
Wild for
Halloween,
Halloween.
yeah.
Had to be.
There was a lot of people there. It was a Scooby Doo year, apparently.
That was the thing.
Saw quite a bit of Scooby Doo.
Little
Yeah,
Scooby
a
Doo.
lot of Scooby Doo going
I
on
figured
this
it'd be
year.
like nothing but like Art the Clown and damn.
Nobody really did any kind of horror stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw a guy that was dressed up as the villain in the Black Phone.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Nobody knew who he was except for
Yeah.
me, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's fucking cool.
I get it. And he probably appreciated that all night because you're the only person.
like,
The only
Great,
person
I'm
that knew what he was from.
Like,
yeah.
I'm glad.
Somebody
Yeah.
gets it.
So apparently they're coming up with a Black Phone too.
That'd be cool.
I saw that. Yeah.
I'm a fan. I like that movie.
I like Black Phone. Yeah, it was good. And then they also have another. I Know What You Did Last Summer coming out.
I
Like
saw-
4 or 5. I can't remember.
I know that you know that I know what happened that summer so long ago.
You think?
I think I Know What You Did. I Did. You did.
You think? What's her name's gonna be in it?
Yes, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Love Hewitt. Oh hell yeah!
And
I didn't see
Eddie
that.
Prince, whatever.
Freddie
Freddie
Prinze
Prinze.
Jr.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, both of them I think are gonna make appearances.
Well,
in it.
that's because they're both their careers.
Yeah, it's about there. So.
No more Ghost Whisperer.
Right.
That was a great Jennifer Love Hewitt show right
Oh
there.
yeah.
We'll never forget.
That's-
And just like that.
The Ghost Whisperer.
Strangers 2,
Chapter
chapter 2.
Yeah.
That'll be coming in April,
No, this month I believe.
November.
I believe, like in a few
Ooh.
weeks, I believe.
Wonder why they didn't rush to get it
That's
out.
the next, the third one I think comes out now.
Okay. Well, I was thinking that they were
Caribbean?
gonna have it timed just in time for the season, but they decided to wait after, huh? Interesting.
I don't know what their plans were, but I think that's what it is.
Just kind of how it felt.
Yeah.
With Late Night with the Devil, I think that movie it dropped like back in June and it went straight to the streamer like Prime, whatever.
Mm.
And I watched it when it came out. But I got online and I think it may have been you and Cobb, it may have just been Cobb, and I was like, what did y'all think about it? And they were like, kind of mid. And I went back and watched it again in October and it hit the spot.
Oh man, that movie's good, dude.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know if it took 2 times of watching, but
Yeah,
the first time I was kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was like that the first time. I was like,
I liked
okay.
it the
But then
whole
the
way.
second time I watched it, I was like, okay. I don't know if you just had to get warmed up to it or something. I don't know what they are.
I
Or
wonder-
maybe going into it expecting something else. I don't know. But it
Since
was
I
good.
liked it originally. I wonder if I'll go back and watch it
And
second
hate it?
time,
Yeah.
but it's fucking
I found it
stupid.
funnier. Like toward the end when he had the guy under mind control, I was laughing, like belly laughing.
Now, I know this is kind of a spoiler, but when the guy hypnotized everybody, that was fucking
I
cool.
went nuts.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Can you please roll the tape back? And
And everything was normal.
everything was normal.
But it looked like everybody was losing their crap, man.
Yeah, that was wild.
If you ain't seen it, check it out. Late Night with the Devil.
Definitely check it out.
Now
And I
that
don't usually put my stamp on movies.
Tubi, even Hulu, a lot of the streamers that were Halloween heavy, I think Tubi had 1,000 horror films you could watch.
Yeah, but
That's over now. It's back to regular.
Nah,
Yeah.
The
they
fact-
always
they
had the
didn't-
most horror movies.
They
that
still
Shutter,
got plenty,
Shutter.
but it's not as many as they did all
Yeah.
October.
They-
They had a buttload.
And now it's gonna be like I think you're probably gonna want to go to like Shutter. What's that other free one? But Shutter ain't free, but
No.
um,
Or something.
that sounds right. Freebie.
Freebie, yeah, Freebie's good.
If you want to stay in the know of the movies. Speaking of which, I'd like to do a watch along soon, but the 2 that you brought up, we're gonna have to wait till it's a little more accessible.
Oh yeah. Well, there is one that is out on streaming now. I can't remember what platform, but The Substance. That movie, if
Is it good?
if Brother Cobb was here, he would definitely agree with me.
I was
And-
gonna save it to where y'all could kind of talk about it together, but like both of them pretty much said
Yeah, it's
best movie.
best movie of 2024 so far.
Okay, so the substance. I think I've seen it on one of the streaming platforms. I can't remember which one though.
I mean, I can't even
I think Amazon Prime.
I can't even spoil it for you because I can't even explain it. That's all I can say.
It's a body horror.
If I can, if I were to give any kind of spoiler, if anything, it just I think it probably had a larger blood budget than any of the Terrifiers put together.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Ooh.
I was like, okay, I can't explain it though, but it was
Well,
Very bloody.
I left before that.
It
I
was
left
great.
about 45 minutes in, and so, and this isn't spoiling anything because it's in the trailer. So you have this actress who is aging out and think 80s athletic TV show. Like, remember the guy with the fluffy hair, and he was, come on, we can do one more rep.
with the oldies.
Yeah, whatever. And she was one of those types. And Dennis Quaid is like the executive producer of this huge hit station, like think an NBC. And he's on the phone while she happens to be in the bathroom. She overhears this. It's like she's aged out. She's gone. Her last day was the day. We're moving on. We have to have somebody young. And well, I don't know if she's going to the doctor just for a regular checkup, but doctor comes back. Everything's fine, but his little assistant tells her that she would be a perfect candidate for a clinical trial, the substance. And well, she gets something in the mail, throws it in the trash, and then goes out that night and she's partying down because she's upset about going to work that day and getting a gift basket saying, uh, we had a good run, it's over. So she calls the number the next day and has the package delivered, and the movie moves. That's all the trailer.
That's pretty much true. Yeah, but yeah, let's watch it.
A lot more to it than that.
Watch it. Just yeah, that's all I can say. Watch it. It's. I mean, Cobb and I both were speechless afterwards. So,
And that takes a lot.
yeah.
So yeah, I was happy to hear that. I hated to leave, but it was I don't know if y'all are like me, but it was over a 2 hour
Yeah, it
runtime.
was a little long run, but it was an easy.
I can't
It was
commit.
actually easy though. I mean, once it got to the
I had to watch it about 3 times.
Yeah, we got about 45 minutes in, and I was like, check the time on that, and I saw it was like 2 hours and 12 minutes. I was like, I gotta go.
Oh, got to go. Yeah.
Or I'm gonna be sleeping here. I'm sure everybody knows about Peanut and Fred. Peanut was a squirrel, and Fred was a raccoon, and they were fairly viral on your social medias, and well, a little too popular, and so they the owners, a guy and his girl, well, the city came knocking on their door after the city had some complaints about Peanut and Fred, and they were euthanized.
Oh,
poor little baby.
So we will pour one out for Peanut and Fred, because here in Seatown, our official mascot is a possum, and the closest brother to that is
kind of related there.
coon.
Yeah.
they haven't. I think they've eradicated most of the possums downtown.
You don't really see them.
You don't see them
Not as
anymore.
much. You used to see them all the time.
Yeah, and the raccoons too. You don't hardly see them anymore.
We had one that would hang out at Munson's like late at night, and we had just got the kitchen rolling. And so what we used to would do, like when you're from the pizza peel and trying to shake and get the pizza into the oven,
Mhm.
I would shake off that excess cheese and it would just go, and it's out, you're outside, it's just
Right.
on the ground.
Right.
You can't sweep it up, it's on the dirt.
Right.
And every now and then, late night at Munson's around 10:30 when the bar was closing up, you would walk by there and there would be a little raccoon back there eating that cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gee.
He's hanging out.
Hell, I had a damn possum try to come in the damn AT&T one time in the middle of the day. We woke up and he was like beating on the door, on the door, but on the window.
Might have canceled his internet service.
Yeah, he was pissed off. He definitely was. I mean, most people that came in the AT&T were pissed off, so
It
I get
happens.
it. But yeah, it was crazy. It's like, okay,
Yeah, I don't
we
know, like
got possums just coming up in the middle of town.
I can imagine that working at AT&T is a lot like working at a rent-a-car place.
Oh, well, there's a lot of hostility going on. in
Because,
there.
dude, I went in there and like we had called and confirmed my rent-a-car, right? And I go in there and I'm like, hey, I'm here to pick up my rent-a-car. I'm supposed to be here at 2. And it was like 2 o'clock.
You're like, nope.
I'm
You're
off
about
from work.
You're about to be describing a Seinfeld episode.
And
The
they said,
appointment.
Yeah.
well, we don't have any cars right now. I'm like, then why in the fuck did you give me an appointment at 2? You don't have any cars. And they're like, that was just for you to know that we were looking for you a car. I'm like, then
That don't
why
make no
did you
damn
why did you send me a confirmation email?
sense.
And they're like,
At 2 o'clock, we're gonna be looking for one. So
well, it's gonna be about 3 or 4 before the cars start coming. I'm like, then why didn't you tell me to not come in until 3 or 4? They're like, because we don't really know that we're gonna have a car. I'm like, so you want me to sit here from 2 o'clock until
something pull up.
in hopes
Uh,
a car shows up?
yeah.
I got lucky. A car comes up, gets cleaned out, they're done with it. I'm like, sweet. They're like, we got you a car. I'm like, well, it's only fucking 2.5 hours late, but yeah, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
So I'm like doing my paperwork. Do you want to get our insurance? Yada 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 bullshit. And I know I'm going to use my insurance and yada yada la la la. Come time to pay my $50 fucking reservation fee. They don't take prepaid cards.
Yeah.
And since the reservation is in my name,
Only you can car with your name.
you can
on it.
only use a card with my name on it. And I'm like, I don't have one. There, I'm like, will you take cash? They're like, no, can't take cash. I'm like, that is currency.
That is something you can definitely buy things.
That's
with.
legal tender. It says it on the bill.
Oh.
And they said, yeah, we don't accept cash. I'm like, and what do you accept? A card with your name on it. I'm like, fucking thanks.
This is what I got.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fucking fun Friday.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
that sounds a lot like most of my days when I had AT&T.
And the lady, she's just like, was just so nonchalant and telling me no and blah blah blah. I'm like, you as I was
Like-
walking out the door, this fucking bitch, I'm gonna kill her. And I come back after we go and drop my stuff off that I didn't need to have in the rent-a-car. Because I'm thinking I'm gonna get a rent-a-car when I get back at my appointment at 4.
Mm.
I'm sitting there and they're like, oh, you're gonna have to get your reservation changed to somebody else's name.
How much does that cost?
Oh, it does. It's not gonna cost me anything. I know it's not my fault. But lesson learned from now on, even if it's my fault or not, if I get in an accident, I'm filing on my fucking insurance and just gonna let them fight it out with other people's. Because I am not dealing with anybody else's fucking insurance on my own ever again.
I've had to do that. It's
Well,
not
From
they
now,
they
yeah,
don't work for you.
from
They don't.
now on, I am filing on mine and they can fucking figure it out.
I've dealt with it, but I didn't have that much of a problem getting my rent a car.
Well, I mean, you're not a pirate like me. I'm sure you got a real bank account.
Well, that I do, but I mean, they had cars and shit. Everything was good. I walked in, got it, and left. And
So
Yeah.
I don't trust banks because
I mean-
my account got froze for like 6 months one time.
Mhm. I
that's why you
remember
gotta
that.
have multiples. You gotta spread it out. You can't put all your eggs in one basket, man.
That's why I just went to Cash App. I'm just
There you
like,
go.
come on, get it.
Man, they work, but
They
not
work.
for everything, not for rent a car.
And I'm like, dude, I get my direct deposit. I'm like, I got money.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fucking
Yeah.
problem?
Yeah.
He's like,
Can I Venmo you or Cash App you the money and you put it on your card? Same thing.
Oh, yeah. We used to do that whenever we was like selling DirecTV and had to put the damn like installation fee and stuff like that on there. We'd sell it, get all the way to the end card. We're like, nah, I won't go through because it's a prepaid card. So yeah, Yeah, that was because that was a lot like it.
Yeah.
That point, so, yeah.
And I couldn't imagine, because that lady, I mean, she was nice. She just pissed me off
Oh, yeah.
doing her job.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that Seinfeld episode to a T, dude. He walks in, he actually had a car like picked out, reserved, reservation. And he walks in there and he's like, "Oh, I'm here to pick up the car." And she's like, "Oh, we don't have that car." And he's like, "Oh, we reserved it. We had a reservation." "Oh, that's not what that means." He was like, "Well, how do you define it?" And just on and on, very similar
Yeah.
to your
Yeah.
term. So he wasn't far off
right
from
off,
the.
right where it was. That's how it goes. That's just
Which
you reserve the right to think that you reserved it. Is all it is.
which
Yeah.
anytime I need to rent a car, like Starville's got 2 car rental places. I go by both. I see what they have, compare the rate. Then I go by the day before, and I go ahead and rent it, just in case, because weird stuff does happen with vehicles. I mean, you never know who's going to be passing through from an airport or whatever else. But yeah, I have a system when it comes to renting cars.
I mean, and they were like, well, because my mom was there with me. They're like, well, you can just pay for it and the insurance will reimburse you. So we call insurance and we're like, hey, if we go ahead and pay for this car.
Oh, so this prepaid card, is that what the insurer gave you?
No, no,
Oh,
It's cash out.
yeah, it's my cash
They
app card.
they consider it as a prepaid.
I see.
And yeah, it sucks. It sucks being a pirate sometimes.
You did the pirate life more and better than most people I know though that claim that they do
So
it.
you get through it. You know?
Shit.
Well,
I can,
oh, go ahead.
I can teach people how to be a pirate.
What is the first thing about being a pirate?
You gotta not trust anything that most people trust.
Banks.
Banks, government, police,
A fart.
farts. Definitely can't trust farts.
Never.
Guilty. Oh, anything else to do, guys, before we wrap it up here?
Put me on spot. I don't know. I'm trying to
No.
remember what was.
If you want lessons on being a cockroach, send me an email. I'll help you out.
You can get it around.
Yeah, and if you don't know that email, you can just I'll get
It's
get
out
you in
by
the right direction.
It's out by the trash can. It's written down.
John, put your cash tag up there. They might send you some money. I don't know.
You can look right up there to support John, right up here with the Deftones flag.
Money sign JMac 420.
There you go.
Easy to remember. Money sign JMac 420. And all right, everybody. Goodbye.
We'll see y'all next week.
Deuces.
Y'all be good, okay?